Hey, traders. Happy Sunday. Good to see y'all. We got less than 1 hour until your weekly candle close. Right, that's an occurrence that happens now because of daylight savings time. And we are at critical areas. Like undeniably unreal critical areas. 63,588. 64,899. Right? I mean, that's it. That's your highest daily candle close of all time back in April and your highest wick ever. That's the zone, the inflection zone. And you can clearly see what's kind of happening. All right, you're testing the top, can't break it. And now, most recently, you have tested the bottom. The highest daily candle close of all time from April 14th was tested today at its lowest point. And then a rally to where you're almost testing 64,899 again. So very interesting price action locally. Also, look here. It has been regarded before. October 22nd, October 25th as a resistance. It is now a spring back test of spring possibly. At a crazy level. That's just wild, man. All right, so, you know, the inverse head and shoulders idea, it's still valid, still there. Trade setup still active, but we have more data. And clearly you had a major impulse, and this is just since the buying climax October 21st. We've got some sort of consolidation structure in development. I don't know if you can even call it a rising wedge yet, but it is upsloping price contraction, and you're maybe about 50% of the way through the development of it. 2-3 touches on the top, a couple on the bottom, and again you're just testing old levels looking left. So really tough to be like, oh, there's a ton of value. It's such a strategic entry area for a long. It's really not. I mean, I think you had a better chance identifying a smaller pattern down here. The stop loss would have been right below that right shoulder. It never got stopped out. So you're still at these prices. You're good. But, you know, when you go to the daily and you look like normally an asset that's at its all-time highs with upsloping price contraction with some daily bearish divergence isn't like great for an actionable long if you're playing the numbers game and you look at every chart indiscriminately. But here we are on Bitcoin. It's at those levels, and so I think there were just far more strategic entry areas, whether you were looking at 30K, 40, 42K, or even 58K. I mean, successful back test of major inflection points all 3 times, and huge upside from there. And now we're just not testing levels as support so much as we are testing those levels as resistance, kind of. Now, I mean, as of like today, in the past couple of days, you are now starting to literally for the first time in human history, you're back testing the candle high close as support, right? Because it was resistance there, then it was resistance again and again, and now it's not. Now it's not resistance again, it is now support. So you do have historical developments going on this asset right now. I mean, that's very real. I mean, these are pinpoint accurate anchor points of these trend lines, right? These horizontal lines. 63,588, 22 cents. 64,899. There's no discrepancy of a cent or a penny. It's literally you look left, that's it on Coinbase. So you're correlating very well, and it will be cool to see a spring back test, a mini one, and like we break 64,899, and then what do we run to? We run to $69,420 because that's pretty much somewhere as around the top, that supply line, that upsloping resistance that's been created recently, right? 69,420 target. All right, if this 63,588 holds, we could be kings on the new week even. What's up, Kirk dudes? Win Doge. Doge is fine, man. You either have conviction looking at the daily, weekly, or you don't. You're not in it. You're gonna miss it. That's cool, dude. Like if you're, you know, again, it's a patient man's chart, patient man's or woman's markets, all of them. Okay, so yeah, significant time scales set you free where you don't have to worry about it. You own these assets, many of them. These altcoins, Dash, right? XLM, a lot of them, XRP even, like they're down at these areas. They're making these confirmation lows that are double bottoms. The second low is higher than the first low. Accumulation, and this is all coming in context after an 88% drawdown of the entire market, a complete reset, but the trend is still bullish. The second low is awesome. So I don't know, man. To me, if you're talking about using traditional technical analysis to take long positions, and not Rudy Poo, oh, I just believe in Bitcoin. The altcoins have far better arguments for fresher longs than Bitcoin, right? Where you have an asset testing old all-time highs as resistance support, and it very well could hold in Moon, and you have that trade setup that's still active, right? From a couple weeks ago. Okay, cool. But you're talking about like altcoins that they haven't made these, some have, but a ton of them haven't yet. Like these legacy coins like Neo or Dash, Zcash. They look great, and and Litecoin was even another one too, and it's doing well today, right? It's up 6%. Like that thing 420 probably eventually, at least 410, whatever it got to in May or April or whatever. So yeah, I don't know if 69,420 is going to be a real meme resistance. It's certainly lining up like, okay, it's a moving target because of time. Because each day that goes by, or each hour that goes by, this resistance goes higher. So it would be like 69,420 would be a resistance if Bitcoin got there right around November 19th. Maybe, let's see, 420. All right, we're here for the memes too, okay? Traditional technical analysis is good, but you might lose your mind, you know? It's, as Matthew McConaughey would say in, what is it, Wolf of Wall Street, above the shoulders mustard S, right? You're dealing with that. What just happened? Where did my trend line go? I just created a trend line and it's gone. Did anyone see that? I mean, what the Oh, and I've adjusted. Just another idea. If even the wedge broke, you still have this idea where it's just this large upsloping channel now. You hold this level though, you won't even have to worry about it. What's up, UGG? Yeah. Well, I can't draw trend lines. Something's wrong with TradingView. It is weird now. They updated it, and there are things that are broken legitimately. And it's just like you create trend lines, you change the you know, whatever it's called, the coordinates, and it disappears. You try to anchor things and duplicate them, they disappear. You try to create publications and your Fibonacci lines disappear. Like, it's really weird. They've broken something. We need to report this massively. Oh, another zero? No, I didn't. Did I really? Let's see if I did. No, I didn't. 69. Oh my God, I did. $694,420. What am I thinking? Good eye. Hey, you. Good eye. One day, chat. One day. All right, here we go. So I thought it was broken. There are things still broken though. Don't even, just because that happened doesn't mean that when I try to duplicate things, they don't not exist. Okay. Very, very close, chat. As you can see it, look left. April 13th and the 14th. You see that, right? And then it's like you broke it, and now November 10th, you held it. November 12th, you held it. November 13th, you held it. November 14th, you held it again. My God, 4 out of the past 5 days, 63,588 has been regarded as a support. And you understand, literally never did it sustain prices doing this. It held like, you pumped October 19th, and then on the 20th, you back tested it and then rallied like hard, and then complete reversal, right? But now you're doing it again. This is extremely real stuff. It's not a joke. And if it does hold, and there's enough demand to break 64,899, there is no reason why this thing probably isn't going to test all-time highs again. So that's where we are. Cue up the song Critical Areas. Let's go to the weekly, because it will be closing in 42 minutes-ish. And the weekly will be the highest weekly candle close of all time. It will be historical. It would have been nicer to get a weekly close above 64,899, because we've never done that before. We've had price action above it, but never where traders have settled up on the weekly above that highest level ever in April. So what are you worried about? People are scared because they bought in way too high, and it's like, dang man, I can't even believe how many people there are that are worried that bought between 68.9 and where we are now. That's crazy. But I guess people are always going to complain. They're always going to be, especially where we are now, people are always going to be joining this market, not know what they're doing, or not know how to read charts, not know how to trade in the zone, and they will be complaining. And they buy and the asset drops in price, they will curse the asset the next day. Extremely emotional. It's like, wow, dude. It's not how it works. Yeah, I can't just print zeros like I just did, right? On TradingView. So that's your weekly. We are set up. We are poised for history again. The relative strength index on the weekly is still extremely good. My God, 68 still. Perfect. Not overbought. When Bitcoin wants to get overbought on the weekly, it goes insane most of the time. I'm talking minimum 80. So there is so much more upside on the RSI. MACD, you know, it's just kind of sideways. I don't think you could consider anything going on right now. Because just like now or next week, you get another histogram island or wick, and it just keeps building in positive momentum on higher prices. So you just, though, I don't think there's enough of an argument to be going short here or to be bearish. It's also, again, really tough, you know, justifying a brand new, fresh, ridiculous long when you're staring at a divergence that looks like this, you know, on the oscillators. But is it playing? Is that it? A 10% drawdown was all it had. And all the 10% drawdown was to go back test old levels as support. I mean, you got to understand, like, the price action currently in the past 5 days is actually really bullish. Really, really bullish. You're getting to a point where it might be market participants confirming the old resistance as support, and you just never know. If that occurs, holy crap. That's what I'm saying, man. It's like the upside could be insane if this actually is confirmed and real, and it's looking, the more days we test it like this, the probability increases. It's probably going to hold and break upward. But again, like when you're looking for value, right, you're looking for reasons on swing lows, like, hey, did it make sense to maybe to be able to strategize an entry, a stop loss down here, like on a significant time scale where you had back tested 40 to 42K for the first time ever. You successfully held it. You started rallying, and then we knew October was going to be an insane month based on history, and it was. The first day of October, Bitcoin was up like 8 to 10%, and then that was the breakout, and it rallied all the way to the next levels. So it's just like, you know, you're looking for levels at critical supports. And so that's what I'm saying. It's like you almost are doing that. You're almost doing the same thing as you've done at other levels, but right now. It's just like you're at all-time highs. You just had, like, think about it. Bitcoin appreciated in value since the bottom in July. It appreciated in value 130% in 111 days. So it's just like after that, it's tougher, you know, but doesn't mean it can't keep mooning. And that's why I was saying altcoins. Altcoins are sweet, man. Like, maybe not so much Ethereum in terms of like awesome value plays, because this one's like all-time highs, man. And anything above 4,200 on Ethereum is extremely bullish. Like really, really insanely bullish. So it's just like, hey, long extended rally since September, you know, that a pullback. Normally you look for pullbacks for those strategic entries when you're just at the peak of this long sustained rally. Been going on since late September. It's just harder to justify strategic entries. You know, you can take a long and it can just moon, and you have a dollar cost average. Your dollar cost averaging on the way up and down. Sure, absolutely. There's nothing wrong with that if you have conviction in the space and where you think it's going. You think the fundamental analysis of the on-chain analytics is good. Okay, I get it. But we're talking about the traditional technical analysis side of things, okay? Like where, hey, 3K is great, makes plenty of sense because you're getting back above an inflection point, you're holding it, third valley on the 4 hour, wonderful argument. Now the argument's just not as strong as it was, doesn't mean it can't keep going though, okay? 5K, 5,100 eventual target anyway, even if it does pull back to 4,200. Okay, we're good. Everything's okay, it's just... So what are you talking about? Like, so things like Bitcoin Cash, right? Great example of an insane upside potential, right? This looks nothing like Bitcoin. It looks nothing like Ethereum. It has not gone up 100+%, 130% in 100 days, right? It is corrected after we know a confirmed uptrend. You reset, lost 78%, 88% of your value, and then you're making higher lows after that, the confirmation low, and then that confirmation low is back testing inflection points from history as support, and you're rallying very well off that, and now you're breaking another one. You're breaking another resistance from January, and you're definitely trying to hold it as support. You're above the 200-day moving average. Like, don't you see like how the argument could be presented as there probably, I mean, there just seems like if you're applying traditional technical analysis to a chart, way more upside potential on Bitcoin Cash for strategic entries than Bitcoin or Ethereum. Yeah, Bitcoin and Ethereum just go into price discovery and they keep mooning, okay? But we're talking about, hey man, there's value down here, deep retraces, higher lows, higher highs. Look, think about the Fibonacci, you know, the high to low. You haven't even come close to big levels. I mean, you're just now at a 23% retrace, you know, again. And we know commonly assets will at least reverse, maybe majorly at between the 382 and the 618. There's so much more upside. And if you look left at the support resistance, there's very little. I mean, the next target's 868, right? It's a swing high from July 2018. And it just so happens to be confluent with that 38% retrace from your previous high to low. I mean, that's your upside. So potential upside on Bitcoin Cash in shorter time periods, like next couple weeks, few weeks, 30% upside. And it wouldn't be weird at all. You know, Bitcoin is like, dang, dude, we just pumped for all the remainder of the summer into autumn. You know, and we're at the peaks right now. This one's not doing that. So it's just, that's kind of like the moral of the stream today, is just to talk about, yes, Bitcoin's awesome, we love it. Ethereum, man, they had good rallies and they could continue, but dang, dude, this is looking at things like Bitcoin Cash, looking at things like Litecoin even before, like it was all the same story. The pullback, the rally, the back test of old inflection points as support, it's the same argument. Now this thing's playing out. I mean, this thing's just moments, dollars away. No, it's actually above the resistance, where if it breaks this, it's probably going to 315 like a joke, like easy. This thing has more upside, but just probably not as much as Bitcoin Cash, because it just pumped in the past week, you know, 45%. So yeah, of course not as much, but this is where you're thinking Bitcoin Cash and all these others, they would have similar fates in time if you're patient. All right. Oh, what's up, AC, dude? Sorry, I didn't see that. Yeah. We'll do that. We'll look at Corsair. Yeah, I love Corsair, man. I mean, not the chart really, I don't think, but I do love their products. Yeah, they have working products. Isn't that crazy, dude? All right, let's, you know, and there are more, dude. Let's just look at total real quick. Forgot. Knock it out. You know, sound clip. We gotta do that thing. I like turtles. We like turtles. Nothing burger. Just hanging out at $2.8 trillion. Same wave since late September. There's been really nothing. No pullback. And if this sticks around, if this keeps up, if Bitcoin actually, since it has successfully back tested that 63,588 area, if it holds that, I mean, and it breaks 64,899, you know this thing's going back up to 3 trillion and probably going to break at 3.17 trillion and then 3.46 trillion to 1618. So, yeah, man, bullish 5-0 playing out. Yeah. It's wild though, because like, I mean, some of these altcoins literally did the same thing where we apply that traditional technical analysis. You perceive value, they look amazing, and they've literally like you look at Bitcoin Cash, right? Okay, and it's like down here 23% retrace from that high. And you have some assets that have literally run all the way up and retraced 100%, and now they're higher, and they're like back testing those old highs as support, right? The sheer outperformance of some of these altcoins to the other ones is like insane. But that means like, hey, there's still opportunity out there. Good, man. There was a point like later in the cycle where everything had done this just about except Hex coin. Everything had like all the accumulation, higher highs, higher lows, and the trend was beautiful. All these trade setups playing out, and then the buying climax, and then the crash, and then the reset, and then everything was doing that. And then like Hex wasn't. Hex was still like at an earlier phase. Hex looked like this kind of, you know, like a little bit like this, while everything was correcting. And it's like, hey man, you gotta love this, just based on the technical structure. Composite operator still accumulating position, and it has not run up yet from that. So I think you've reset, and the reaccumulation is going on, certainly on a ton of these alts. And in time, if you're patient, month, 2 months, that period, Kangs. I mean, you'll be going to like 1,200 again, probably on Bitcoin Cash. If it follows what all these other ones we did. I mean, like example of ones that did that crazy stuff. There are multiple ones. Let's see here. I'm trying to think though. what was like, you know, there were like, what, Soul maybe did it. And maybe not Soul so much. I don't know. Soul was actually kind of way different. Yeah, because it never even did the pullback. It was so strong. Soul was actually a bad example because it was in a world of its own. I think maybe Luna might have also been in its own world too. Whereas, yeah. So Luna did the full reset, right? It created the M shape that we're looking at all the other ones, and we made 23% retraces. Look at this one though. I mean, look what it's done. Like such an outperformer than like all these other ones. Then you got like AVAX, I think, is another good example of one that like did what everything else did, but then like outperformed like crazy, you know, fast, broke resistances, held them, and just look at it, like 1.618 fib extensions. So like think about Bitcoin Cash, just using this on the example. Bitcoin Cash, if it was the AVAX chart, then Bitcoin Cash would be literally at, I'm telling you, if it performed as well as AVAX, Bitcoin Cash would be at $2,400 right now, or a little bit above that, $2,500 maybe. We're saying there is opportunity, there is upside potential, and these altcoins, you got to pay attention, you got to be looking for them. This one's beautiful. You know, like XLM, like another great example. Oh, who cares about the daily or even the 4 hour right now? You care about the weekly on XLM. This one sets you free. There's nothing to look at, to worry about. Yeah, I mean, it had a bad week, a really bad week. I mean, it started great, and then a nightmare, like ran up to 43.9 cents, testing a resistance from January 4th, and has pulled back, and, you know, it's closing. It will engulf, but it's not anything like it was at the beginning of the month. So patience required. Scamming out people, fake false breakouts, premature breakouts occur. This one, all you got to know is it'll eventually, I think, see 70 cents again, probably 80 cents again, or like 79.9 cents or whatever. I think these targets are going to happen in the future. I just don't know how long it's going to take, because you're looking at a weekly time scale, you know, so. The loop ring was one that did the craziness. The whole cycle played out already, and it's, you know, doing those things, right? The cycle is not completely played out on XLM, XRP, you know, Neo, Dash, Zcash, but they're working on it, right? I'm just reading some of the chat, I guess. I don't know. Okay. Cool. So we went into a, you know, you got the weekly. What about this one? I mean, I don't think it is as great as, I don't know if it's Filecoin on the weekly. I don't know if it's put in even an established swing low yet. Like I think XLM might look better than FIL right now. Because at least that price action is, you know, when you have a second potential bottom getting put in, how do you know it's being put in? You're normally starting to get some follow through price action and a real reversal in price. This thing has literally done nothing in about 5 weeks. I mean, FIL same price it was at in May. You know, vastly underperforming a lot of other assets, but nevertheless, its time will come probably in time. Just would prefer to see some actual price action in the next few weeks or something, you know. But then you go to like Dogecoin. Doge is exceptional. Like you're crazy to think Doge doesn't look good right now. Pretty good. Look at the low and then the confirmation low that's higher than previous low, meaning more market participants own the asset than they did before. And that was like established a bottom was in, and this is kind of confirming the bottom's in. Yeah, a lot of scamminess. Dude, scrubs got to pay, man. They really do. Like Composite Man's just acquiring his position, continuously doing this, right? Until it falls below like 20 cents, he's still acquiring his position. Getting people to sell and go to greener pastures. You have a confirmation low on Doge where I think minimum upside is like 56 cents, 57 cents in time. Requires patience. Long-term uptrend, confirmation low that the trend is still bullish and the bottom's in. That's going on a weekly time scale, on a literal meme, a joke. Oh, hey, James Span, what's up, dude? Respect the Polygon, man. Thank you. Thanks.
Hex used 4 hours daily, thanks Mitch.
Yeah, we'll look at it. Go on, Jesus, man, let's go! Dang, dude. James Span, you just got one up so bad. Your entire thunder got stolen. Alright. By Jamie Ragsdale.
Golden Voice Jesus tipped $100. Hype in the chat. Thanks for everything as always, Mitch. Everyone smash those likes.
Thanks, dudes. If you don't know, the hype in the chat is literally Jeremy Ragsdale. That's him. That's his voice. And he was just tipped. You get how crazy that is? It's very rare. Thank you, dude. Thanks for being a member of the community, man. Well, dude, we're just trying to make some money, right? Just trying to be free from the system that is becoming far too tyrannical and authoritative, right? Ugh. Like, leave us alone. Just leave us alone. Okay. So I think we have a couple of requests where Bitcoin's at $64,800. After successfully back testing, you have to go to the daily. Well, you go to the daily to establish the support here, and you can even see it, all right? I mean, you see 5 days, and you literally tested it like the Jesus earlier today, and you've rallied, and now you're about to be testing a break of 64,899, and I'm telling you, if you break this level, there's nothing there. Nothing is there, chat. As we go to the 4 hour real quick, and you see nothing. Hey, a little price action. Oh my god. Straight up, straight down. Straight up, straight down. That's probably what happens when you get a real breakout, not a Rudy Poo wick scam out, alright? This is exceptional. And let us see. You know what? We got to do it, chat. We got to do a poll on this. This is a pretty good poll. Because we have a... What's up with this music, dude? Will the back test of the spring usher in a huge markup? Because that's what happens when spring back tests are successful. Major markups occur. That's how you know they're successful too. Will the back test of the spring usher in a huge markup in price on Bitcoin? Yes, no. Now, real quick.
Freeman tipped $24. Hey Mitch, education request here. Yesterday I requested VRA. You said Cypher was floating in poor context area. Can you revisit and talk briefly more about what that means? Also want a level 2 return.
Type 2 return.
Thanks.
Yep. We'll look.
0.00
We'll do some education, man, as Bitcoin is poised. Poised. Okay, so just real quick, the poll. What does the poll even mean, dude? Okay, when an asset falls below a support, and then it can spend a little time down there, and then it rallies back above that support. Clearly, look, dude, undeniable support resistance area. We know that because of the daily. Highest daily candle close ever at one point, April 14th. Okay, so you have your spring there. Education. Spring. That's what it's called. It's a terminology, a Wyckofian terminology. The spring. Okay, and then when the asset breaks back above that level, springs back above the level, and then comes back at some point and back tests it like this, like touches it perfectly, and lots of bids come in right there. That's called the back test of the spring. Hey, the duplication works again. Let's go. Back test of spring. So will this be... Shoot, dude, it's like working on it right now, I guess. This is real stuff that's happening as I'm talking to you, as you breathe. Every time you take a breath, spring back test of spring is working on being confirmed. Plenty of examples of spring back test of spring. Countless examples of this, what happens. Okay, so... If it's successful, we're going to break 64,899 for real, and go up and test probably like 66.8, you know, the old all-time high. That's what would happen here. And that's it, dude. Oh yeah, also GRT, another example of an insane upside potential still, even though it's slow going. I get it. Okay. Hidden divergence still trying to play out here. Remember yesterday it was identified and we were going green. Cue up Michael Scott. Oh my God, it's happening. Well, the positive momentum is building right now and could continue upward. Just gonna add a little alert here because we're gonna get some of these requests. But dang, man, if you can't say Bitcoin, what a comeback, what a recovery. Okay, wow, dude. I mean, like every time I keep speaking, we're at the highs of the day. Now, things going on. We have power hour, power 30 minutes. This is the last 20 minutes, 19 minutes of the week. Of the day and the week, actually. And the 4-hour candle that we're looking at right now. So, pump stream. It's like spring. I would look at it like water. I don't know. It's like, no, like I think spring like water because there's something called jumping across the creek that also happens. And that's when you break a supply line, a downsloping resistance, where Bitcoin did have one of those. It jumped across the creek. I just deleted the line today. It jumped across the creek around this time. It was, yeah, right around August, early August. It jumped across the creek. And look at it now, yeah. Really, dude. So we're paying attention. Really good development occurring on the 4-hour only, not the daily, but we know the daily. 5 of the last 6 effing days, successful back test above 63,588 for now. That's real. Until all this fails, this is what's going on. They laugh at you for it. I mean, you know, sure. I'm sure they're going to laugh at you for it, whatever, you know, because it's just not been performing well. But it's crypto altcoin whack-a-mole, dude, you know, like. Let's look at that first request real quick, okay? It's Doge to Bitcoin on the weekly, okay? Eternal, thank you, dude. We'll look at it, okay, on the list. And you know, Bitcoin's not literally pumping at its highest point right now, so we'll go to Doge. Doge to Bitcoin. I mean, there was one point, dude. This was I forgot all about this. Doge did the Gartley, and like took literally forever, and then it mooned. Holy crap. But now look at it. It's completely just... So yeah, is it double bottoming, man? I don't know. Like,
Home stream. No worries, Moon Boys. BTC to 0 Zoom.
So wanted. Thanks, man. Well, I hope you're not taking action on that. But good luck, sir. You certainly have some bullish divergence on the daily, on the second low, right? But you have no contextual argument, right, for why it would hold. Like normally you want to see a double bottom of merging at an inflection point from history. You don't have that here, so it makes the argument not as strong, but it doesn't mean that the seller exhaustion can't play out, and it does reverse here. But yeah, it is like correct. It's been in a correction since the buying climax in early May, and I think it could go for a full reset. I don't know. I don't think you could take action on the Bitcoin pair. All I'm doing is looking at the US dollar pair, and that's all I need. Like I look at this and I'm like, it doesn't give me any more confidence in Doge outperforming Bitcoin. We don't need Doge to so much outperform Bitcoin. We don't. All we need Doge to do is just outperform the US dollar, All right, and it's doing that. It's looking pretty good on the US dollar pairing chart. You know, oh dude, the reset, the confirmation low, the higher lows consecutively still. And yeah, of course it's slow going, but peasants need to be knocked out of their position first before this thing moons. Okay, things need to, you know, run all around Doge, and then something's gonna happen where one day they all these scrubs get out of Doge because they're just tired of waiting, and then boom, it's gone. And they're like, why didn't I wait? I could have just waited a little longer in Doge. I would have made money on Doge, a lot. Okay, that's your Doge. Next one was this. Well, the thing is, the asset is still holding. Ooh, a major level, chat. This is of paramount importance on 1-inch coin. Not a joke, all right? If you look at the daily, what's happening, there is a level that is extremely critical. Historically, that's how we know. Not with our feelings. I feel $4 is a really important level. No, historically, April 24th, it was a support. June 6th, it was resistance. June 16th, it was resistance. Look, September 6th, 7th was resistance. Look, support kind of October, moon, dump. Here you are again. If this holds, very safe to say the upside would take you to 524 again, because historically what happens between $4 and 524, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down. And a bunch of other straight up, straight downs too before that. So if it holds, the upside potential on 1-inch is from where it is right now. There is 21% upside minimum on this asset if it holds $4 as support successfully, which, I mean, it looks like it's trying to, but you don't really know quite yet. And we know the trend is certainly bullish, as you see a low in December of 2020, and then you had a huge run, and then a reset May 25th, July 17th, the 20th. These are much higher lows than the previous low, and then the M shape, and then another higher low September 25th, another higher low October 11th, and onward, right? So the trend is still bullish. Yeah, it was confirmed probably, you know, I would say probably September. And here you are. So it's all about the ifs, man. Will it hold it? Can it hold? It could. And go to 524, 633. That's it.
Noise. Could you take a look at Sol, please? Looks like it could get higher from here. Thanks, Mitch.
Oh, sure, Lorenzo. Thank you, man. I think, right? Yeah, Sol. Yeah, Sol. Yep. I think, like, I was thinking about the right asset. Okay, yep. Okay, so next request. Goodness, I mean, I get you. It may never get there. It may not, right? Okay, so you think about Corsair, M shape. I mean, what's going on? It's in a very real correction, and that correction's been going on for most of this year. Okay, how do I lower highs, lower lows? I don't think you could consider that a higher high. That's still a lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. So yes, it does look like you're diverging on the second low on the daily, a low, the lower low, but higher levels on the relative strength index. Nice. But you're not at those deep value perceived areas. You're not at really contextually historical levels where there's big reversals. I think, and there really isn't, because it's so new. It IPO'd what, in September of last year. So the whole friggin' chart's a harmonic, man. If that's the case, you would want to wait for at least the 786, and it's confluent with the 1618 pretty much. But if you were following the rules of the harmonic, you'd be looking for the 886. How do we know that's the rule? Because it's a 50% retrace on B and a lower high on C, and that is the literal definition of a bullish bat pattern. Okay, so I think there's still probably lower prices to go, but I get it. You're probably looking at the 4 hour and you're like, it's an inverse head and shoulders, and it could reverse here based on the seller exhaustion that's implied on the daily. It plays out, runs up, hits 30 bucks, 31 bucks, and then reverses again and eventually sees these levels. And here we are, Bitcoin $65,150 at its highs of the day, and trying to really break that 64,899 level, which is really important. There could be insane upside to 66,999 if it holds above this level for real. So okay, so it's like That's like an idea, you know, and sometimes these assets never get down those levels, but they're really low risk when they get to these levels. Oh, there's an 88% sale on Corsair, 78% sale on Corsair that lines up with a peak from October 2nd. Right now, you're kind of just like, I don't know. You're not making any higher highs yet, right? Don't you want to make a higher low, then a higher high again? Who cares about the initial low point? Like, I think I'd rather miss out on the initial low and get in on that second valley, that confirmation low that's higher.
PLS look at Verge XVG. Love your stream.
We gotta go to Bitcoin.
Germany.
And what is the poll going? Oh my God, 85% of y'all, 420 votes.
Is that a joint?
Will the back test of the spring usher in a huge markup in price on Bitcoin? It's in the progress. It's in progress of 85% of y'all being right, 15% getting wrecked on the poll. So this is not a joke. This is very, very real. And there was education in this. So if you didn't know what a spring back test of spring was, now you do know if you watched the stream and you were paying attention anyway, right? Is there anyone out there that didn't know what a spring was, a back test of spring? And now you know? Let me know in the chat, okay? Because if someone's like, I didn't know, now I know. It's like, oh my God. My purpose has been fulfilled or whatever in life, right? See, there are already a couple people that said they didn't know. All right, perfect. Is there a lunar eclipse going on right now, dude? Nah, I see the moon right now, dude. I'm looking at it out my window. Yeah, we're already making history no matter what in 9 minutes, but it could be above 64,899 would be more history. It'd be better history where you get traders settle up for the first time ever above the highest level ever back from April. That's never happened, right? These peaks we got, traders always settled up below 64,899, and it looks like almost the way this is going, if this keeps up, it's gonna happen. Wow. $65,200. Levels we haven't seen since yesterday. But maybe this is real, and you just needed the spring back test. Wow. Just remember, the trade setup of the inverse head and shoulders, which is confirmed, a very real inverse head and shoulders, is still valid. That's it. The asset never fell below the right shoulder, and that's normally where you strategically set up a stop, so you're still well off that. And you were very close to hitting, you were pretty freaking close to hitting that first target, weren't you? Chat, look at this, $65,300, and continuing to climb. I'm about to be at the highest level you had seen since 2 days ago. Wow. Full moon win, probably like 15 days. By the look of the moon, maybe 15 days or less or more. Depending on, I can't tell if it's waxing or waning right now. It's like 2 weeks-ish. Might want to dust off the Hay song. Well, I mean, there's no dust on the Hay song, right? Because we played it like 4 days ago. Hello? Yeah, he's right, man. Oh, something I didn't even talk about in the stream because of this price action, because I just wanted to update you on everything, is this is, and if you follow me on Twitter, you know this already, or if you're a patron, but today marks the 3-year anniversary of the Capitulation Day, where this day 3 years ago, Bitcoin broke a critical support established in 2018. And in 1 month, it lost 50% of its value. And that's where the Bullish Gartley was created. And then we mooned very soon after that. We broke down the sell wall and went to 14K for the buying climax. Today is certainly not a full moon unless the freaking eclipse is happening right now, right? I don't know. Is today a full moon? No way, dude. Someone give me some updates on that. Four days. If it's a full moon in 4 days, yeah, it's definitely eclipsing right now. Holy crap. So we're running out the clock kind of now. I know we have some requests, but Tandy, we're kind of witnessing some price action. We're witnessing some very real developments on the 4-hour compared to the daily, and it's not bad. The hidden divergence starting to really go now, maybe. And you're above critical resistance. You really are, man. Straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down. I mean, besides, you know, a couple days ago when it was rallying and couldn't hold, that was before there was a spring back test of spring. Holy crap, man. This could be insane, dude. I was saying, like, it's not great areas for, like, fresh longs, but at the same time, holy crap, the bullish price action is unbelievably good, right? 5 minutes, chat. You can imagine Ethereum is lagging behind pretty hard. A lot of coins are. And here it comes, chat. I mean, 65,345. Yep, highest level in a little over 48 hours. And we keep climbing. You just know where we are. You cannot be surprised if you're above 64,899 if insane markups happen. You can't be surprised because there's nothing there. There's literally no resistance, really. So there you go, man. History's upon us in 4 minutes, 20 seconds.
Is that a join?
It is a lunar eclipse. Yeah, dude, for sure. So we got 549 votes now. 84% of y'all are saying the back test of the spring will usher in a huge markup in price on Bitcoin. It's happening. Like, literally, holy crap. Didn't know it was going to happen this fast, but that is what happens. Like, I think, like, there's descriptions of back tests of springs where, like, very rapidly things can escalate quickly. You can Will Ferrell and what's the movie? In Anchorman, when you back test the spring successfully. So all charts, all markets do it. I remember we had a trade setup on a Bitcoin pair in the spring of 2019 that was unreal. Like, it back tested the spring, and then, like, I don't know, like less than a day later, it was gone. It went up like 150%. Some underwater? Yeah, dude. 3 minutes, chat. So we're running out of the clock. I know there's a few more requests. We're going to get to them, but I think if you've requested, you're not mad at the extended coverage of Bitcoin right now. Price action. Lots of strength going into this close. No, I know. I didn't forget, Soul. I didn't forget the request. We are just now at a period where in 2 minutes we're going to experience history on the chart, and I'm not getting off of Bitcoin right now for 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Oh, I get you. Yeah, you just meant like, you can't forget that S coin or that altcoin, you know, whatever. I mean, yeah, sure. Dude, there are some that are unbelievable. SOL, and I think Maddox, good, Theta, and Dot, and Luna. There are some that are exceptional. AVAX. I don't really follow the projects that much. I just follow the charts, and you can tell which ones are way better by their performance. Where those harmonics, those complete resets, they have run circles around the other altcoins. But that's okay. That means there's still opportunity on the other altcoins. It's nice, man. These people, hey, if you missed out on these, you might have a chance on Bitcoin Cash and Dash and all the others.
Thanks for everything you do, Mitch. I've learned so much from you look at MNGO, please.
Yeah, we'll look at Mango, Alex. Thank you, dude. Or MNGO is probably, I don't know. I think it's Mango, dude. Mango Holdings. It might be an S coin. I don't know. 1 minute, chat. Did I even do it? Your local on the 8s. Oh my god, here we are. We're on extended local on the 8s because there's, like, you know, extremely bullish things occurring before our eyes. And just so you remember, okay, if you're tuning in now, Bitcoin in 1 minute will be making the highest weekly candle close of all time, but it also will be doing something it's never done too, where traders are settling up at a higher price than they did at the highest level ever back in April 14th or whatever. I think that's a very exceptional occurrence. And because it could have closed below that level, you know, even though it was going to make history, its highest candle close ever, I think it's way better when it's above this level. Okay, blue skies, man. I mean, if we're talking about the actual ABCD, and there's going to be ups and downs, and there's going to be weeks of lulls and sell-offs and fear, but eventually 87, 88K, if this is valid, you know. 13 seconds, chat, until history. You're here, so if you're enjoying this historical moment, hit that like button, that bell, that sub. Thanks for the 1,263 people here. Let's go, chat. 3, 2, 1. Jesus chimes, everyone, and some hype in the chat. We've done it. History on Bitcoin again. Well, let's go. That's right, dude. You just can't be mad. That's just such good things. So now what you could think could happen, you know, you back tested the spring, and you know, you're gonna go up, you're gonna go down. Okay, you could very well come back down to 64,899 now after breaching that level, and market participants could need the confirmation of 64,899 as a support, right? That's another like spring and back test of spring. All right, you look left. Market participants might want to know that that level is truly a support now and not a resistance. But they know for a fact now, I take it, right, at 63,588 is certainly a support. We'll see, man. It's like great start. It's up $241 on the new week, but that's like the new candle jitters. It happens, man. You go up, you go down. Oh, dang, man, stop pumping so we can go back in time and look at that moment on the 14th of November in 2018. We can look at it live. Okay, I'll pay attention to it, but let's go back. Yes, Bitcoin 65,721, breaching critical resistance points. The things we need to see in live chat are happening on Bitcoin. Here it is. Here it is, chat. The low on the crazy capitulation dump at, you know, that was real bad, man.
I'm standing here outside your door.
That was pretty much the bear trap before a rally, and then, you know, you dumped, but you created this level and you've been using it for most of 2018 as support, but then, you know, you just kept making lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, and then the bottom fell out 3 years ago to the day. And then after that, 50% drawdown in 30 to 31 days. But then the bulls emerged from the ashes. The Gartley was born. We became legends, and this thing went to 14K. And then what did it do at 14K? It painted a beautiful textbook, undeniable, identified the day it was there. The bearish cipher that ushered in the complete reversal of the trend that took us all the way down eventually to the COVID crash lows of 38.50. And then more recovery. So that's it. You know, that's kind of like what happened 3 years ago. A lot different context, huh? Yeah. And Bitcoin out the gate, man. Hey, it's up $356 right now. You think there might be a pullback up and down? It's going to go up and down. I mean, right? Probably. But dang, I was just thinking, like, it's so close to 64,899. I didn't think it'd be weird at all if, like, it just sold off, tested it, held, and then whatever. But 3 minutes into the new week, into the new 4-hour and daily candle and weekly candles, so we're up $400. The ABCD, yeah, it's easy. Easy to look at it. The COVID crash low was A. The all-time high from April was B. The correction this summer was C, 30K. And D is the 1.618. and that's the 87.8. We'll say 88K. That's how you get the ABCD. And how you know it's a 1618, because these ABCDs can vary. When you get a 61% retrace on C, normally, like the rules, like the 1618 would be the target on D. You know, you can have like discrepancies where I think if it's like a 50% or 382, it might not go as high. It might go as high as like a 1272 or 1414. So, you know, again, weekly is unbelievably good on the RSI. You're now at 69 on this $400 pump. You're not overbought. Bullish control zone. Everything's good on weekly oscillators. Shoot, man, the 4 hour is unreal too. Look at your 4 hour. You're at 59. You're about to be in bullish territory on this time scale, where we've identified the spring and back test of spring. It's Matthew D, man. He said yes to the poll. Moon soon. Well, your vote didn't change the. We have 668 votes now on that poll. 84% of y'all say yes. This will usher in probably all-time highs, or at least 69,420, or at least a major markup. Because wouldn't the markup make sense to at least 66,889, the high from the old all-time high from October 20th, less than a month ago, 3 weeks ago. Very, very good. I don't even know what to tell you, dude. How do I get to these requests? You know, like when this awesome stuff's happening right now. Until you start pulling back, I'm just going to be hanging out here with y'all, okay? Just reading a little chat for a second. There's not much chat. Oh, thanks for the follows on Twitter. Appreciate them. Okay, chat, we're at session highs. We're at highs of the new week, the new day, the new 4 hour, the new 60 minute, new 30 minute, new 15 minute candles. We're at the highs of them all right now, okay? 65,973 right there. The highest level we have seen since 4 days ago. You know, 4 days ago was all-time highs too, so. Hey Song, I don't think we're quite close enough yet. You know, Hey Song's probably gonna be reserved for like when we get to maybe 68K. The price would probably have to be 68K for me to start playing the Hey Song for real, okay? Unironically. If I play it now, it's just kind of like meh. You know for a fact, when we play the Hey Song, we're almost playing it because we want that Bitcoin to test or surpass all-time highs when the Hey Song's playing. It's only like a 2-minute, 30-second song or something, right? So it's a waste right now because we know in 2 minutes and 30 seconds, Bitcoin's certainly not going to hit all-time highs. I mean, almost certainly, because nothing's certain. The probability is extremely high that Bitcoin in the next 2 minutes, 30 seconds won't be at 69,420. All right. Okay, so I'm going to try to get to a request real quick. Let's look at totals. I like totals. That you think is just going to float on up to 3 trillion again in time. And thanks for the nearly 1,300 people here. Appreciate y'all. Next request. There aren't many, so just it's all good. Just bear with. Hex was next. And yeah, like what I'm thinking here on Hex, it's starting to top out at the 200 moving average, 25 cent area, falling below the high from October 31st, the low from October 18th, and we're looking for a type 2 return. We haven't gotten it yet. You're looking for a spring, you've sprung. You're looking for a back test of the spring for real on the daily to go back down to 17.3 cents. Okay, that's what we're looking for, or at least the 12 hour, geez. All right, it's the 12 hour. We want a confirmation low. Where's the best confirmation low in the history of mankind? Always at previous old inflection points that you sprung above. That is like This would be the most legendary entry of all time for Hex. If it ever went back down to 17.5, 17.9 cents, that would be it. You're not there yet. You're not even close, really. So it's just kind of like great that the divergence, everything that we talked about played out, but that's just type 1. That was the reaction low. We're looking for a confirmation low and preferably a higher low. Okay, there's your Hex, James Span. Thank you, dude. Respect the Polygon, respect the TA. That's right, dude. What was the next request? Knock him out while Bitcoin pumps. I mean, we're about to see $66,000 again for the first time since we hit all-time highs that day. Okay, the next request was Bitcoin. Not really, but wow, chat, you gotta, wow. Is this real life? Let me scale out. It's more like convergence. This thing's so close that you could almost argue it's Class C hidden bullish divergence. Unreal. A low on price, substantially higher low on price, and they just happen to be back testing old inflection points as support, right? Same level of negative momentum that's waning and about probably going to go positive. Dude, the argument's so strong on the 12-hour for at least 69,420 or the supply line of this new consolidation structure we're in. Beautiful, man. 66,000, chat. Can we get some?
Look here, hype in the chat.
Did it, man. All right. Dang, man. Dude, there's so many rumors that Bo Nix, QB for Auburn, he's out. He broke his ankle. And their kicker, he's out too. What? Chat, we're doing it. We're going to make it. And what a great educational development. Thank you, Bitcoin, for educating us so much on the spring, the back test of spring, and what can happen. This should just be the beginning, you know? Like, okay, yeah, get like 8 more candles and see where we are. Okay, this is just like 2 candles after the back test of spring. Okay, so harmonics, context, the context for a harmonic. Okay, context for a harmonic. Now they can always play out and stuff, but I think the best context for harmonics is pretty much like where all these altcoins have bottomed out at. That's like pretty awesome context. Let me think about it like this. So great context for an asset would be like Ford Motor Company. All right, go to the monthly on Ford. So there's an asset that's in a long-term uptrend, and then the bubble pops, whatever, it crashes and dumps, right? And then there's old ice lines from 1991, 1992, and then the harmonic appears after the drawdown, the major drawdown. So you already inherently have a long-term value perceived area going on. Oh man, look how far it went. It like pretty much hit its all-time low during the global financial crisis when it had to get bailed out, you know, the low from 1981. But then the M shape appeared, and then there was the ice line. It sprung, and then a decade later, it back tested the spring on the COVID crash low. Right, that's the context you're looking for, right? You're in a long-term uptrend, the reset, then the harmonic appears. When a harmonic's like, what was the argument? What was it, VRA or whatever? VRA? Certainly not, because like harmonic's right here. I get it, you know, but like look where it is. It's like it's marked up so much, you know. Like you're looking for, in this situation on VRA, you're looking for a harmonic to develop down here. Right, some sort of M-shaped formation on the reset, right, down here. And so, good example of that, I think, was man, there were so many in crypto that did it. I think Monero was a good example. Just picking it out on the top of my head. Which one where I have it marked? Maker was pretty good too. Even though they're not performing that great, it's still okay. They're all still valid. Like Monero, like think about it, you know, it's like, okay, the best context for harmonic, long-term sustained uptrend, huge rally, buying climax, crash, correction, loses 88% of its value from its previous discernible swing lows, then the M shape forms. So you have this undeniable argument, like where the M shape is. These M shapes are already like value areas at these pattern completion zones, but also like when the context is at an already established uptrend, you've corrected, so there's value there and it's lower risk. because we know about the 786s and the 886s. This is the lowest risk for longs, right? For harmonics. These are the areas you want to see these harmonics develop. Not when they're already near all-time highs and then they just present themselves. They're just not as good, right? Because the upside is just not as great of an argument than it'd be on an 88% drawdown, right? That's what I'm talking about on harmonic contexts. Okay, there you go, Freeman. In a type 2 return, easy. Type 2 return. When a harmonic structure, or even an ABCD for that matter, right? When a harmonic creates an M, right? So right here, just for this, just real quick, there was an M shape, X, A, B, C, and then D, right? The M shape right there. That's like a, you know, it's really kind of, it was nothing. So you have your M. So you get a reaction at the pattern completion zone where you rally, and market participants don't really know that the bottom's in. So you wait for the type 2 return, which is the second low. Type 2 return is the confirmation low. Oftentimes on the confirmation low, you get seller exhaustion implied on the oscillators. That was certainly the case on Ethereum back in late July. Then the engulfing candle back above the inflection point was the signal, the trigger of, whoa, this thing's not, could be going. So there's your type 2 return. Idea. I mean, that's like what you're looking for. That's the actionable long for the swing trader, position trader, investor. First time is great, but you don't know because this could not hold. It might keep dumping to much lower prices. You just don't know yet.
Random S coin has a squadrable bottom at an inflection point and some divergence.
Oh yeah, is that true, dude? Brogman, thanks, dude. Right on. Hold on, let me hide this from the. I mean, it's there on the daily kind of too, but it's really way better. Okay, chat, Bitcoin session highs. Oh my God. As I'm speaking to you, $66,100 plus. What? Okay, so much for the bearish divergence in the daily. Performing like it would in a bull trend, right? This type of bearish divergence in a bear trend, you lose 50% plus of your value over the next month. But in bull trends, this divergence, you get a 10%, 20% drawdown, you pivot, you rally, you go again. Same thing here. Okay, yeah. In bull trends, it's just not as good. It's not going to perform as well. It may not even be reliable. There we go. Type 2 bullish diabetes. Exactly, dude. Exactly. So there's another request, ICP. Man, it's so tough. Like, while Bitcoin's pulling back a little bit, I try to go knock them out. Then Bitcoin comes back to session highs, and I'm like, I got to come back and hang out right here on the chart, you know, for everyone watching. It's like, kidding me? No resistance, really. No real resistance, really, until like 66.9. Yeah. So another $900 until like really formal, actual overhead resistance that was manufactured October 20th, 3 weeks ago. Okay. What a new day. What a new week. What a nice kickoff, you know. But these things, they go up, they go down, man. Asia's awake now. You still just cannot be surprised if ever 64899 gets tested on one of these time scales. But, you know, whatever. It just did the true springback test, so could be going berserk. Futures, S&P futures doing alright, doing well. You know, they're open. Total market cap 2.85 trillion right now, climbing, man. Yeah, the next request would be ICP. Yeah, we got a few more for sure, but what do you want from me? It's not every day. It's literally not even every week that we get pump streams on Bitcoin, right? How's that poll doing? We got 804 votes on the poll. 84% are thinking, well, it's not even fair anymore to vote, you know, because it's like, well, it's kind of Bitcoin was at like 64.6 or something, right? It was like just kind of going a little bit, not really, for this poll.
Can you please look at Atom used? It looks like it formed a harmonic, sprung and retested the spring, and is ready to go.
So Scooter, man, thank you. Well, look, we can look. $66,000. The highest high of all time at its highest point for Bitcoin was $69,000.00. That was the high. So we're only $3,000 away. What is that percentage wise? It's not bad, dude. It's really not bad at all. It's like 4% away from all-time highs. The poll was certainly respected. I mean, I don't know, man. It's just like that's great stuff right there. This is what's important, like, to me. This is why I love anchoring like major inflection points or zones on the daily and then leaving them visible on the 4 hour. So it doesn't really look that good on the 4 hour here. Like you can't tell. Like it doesn't really, I mean, really in the end, you can see it. Like you fell below and you back tested it as resistance on the 4 hour April 15th before dumping. So it's there, but like you can't really see. And the daily sets you free, man.
Hey Mitch, thanks for all the knowledge shared.
There's Bitcoin.
Would it be possible to
Chat,
take a look to
$66,100. Just hit highs of the day again. Antimatter, matter to you? I'm not sure, dude. If that is your prerogative, we can look at your S coin, sure. Don't call it that, man. You have no right. And be sure to join the friggin' Discord. If you hadn't joined the Discord yet, what are you doing? You're gonna like miss the streams. Like, if we're in pump stream season, be going live at random times. You'll just miss the stream. You'll be like, dang, I missed it. I didn't get notified by YouTube. Yeah, it's gonna fail you. Certainly. So here is the link. It's also pinned above. Join us. We're almost like 14,000 members. Let's go, dude. Let's get there sooner rather than later. What's up, Juan? Yeah, dude. We can look at DGB. That's another specimen example of major upside, life-changing upside. Yeah, DGB.
Can we look at Digibyte? Appreciate you, Mitch.
Yeah, I mean, my God, the technicals on DGB are impeccable. So good. I can't leave this chart. It's at like its highs again of the day, of the week, as it's broken a resistance that is extremely important. 64,899 was everything, chat, pretty much. We're pumping right now, kind of ish. Yeah, we're going 66,179 right there. 89, 92. Win hate song. Well, we talked about it. Probably around the 68s. We got to get around $68,000 before we ever start talking about a pump song or a hay song. We just can't do it yet, all right? So Bitcoin is only up 1% on the new week, but the new week has only existed for 22 minutes, man. That's pretty good. Who is Nick Sabine? I don't know who Nick Sabine is. Nick Morais. Okay, maybe we can sneak away for a second. Bitcoin, can you just chill for like 2 seconds so I can go try to look at a request? Gonna give this a shot. Okay, all right, I'm paying attention. I always have this on my other screen, all right? Like, yeah, ICP is like, if you don't have the patience to hold this, then just leave, exit, and cry about it in a month or two. Don't cry to me, though, or anyone in this community that told you, hey, this asset, yeah, someone was saying this earlier. ICP is a great argument for an educational example of the context of a harmonic where you want to see it. Now, it could be better because we normally want to see an asset that has data before whenever it was listed May 21st. We want to see this, right? Where you had a much lower base in price. And then the bottom gets put in a substantially higher low than previous low, or just an 88% retrace from the previous low to high, right? That's normally the best context, but this still is really good context. And now, I think you're just in some sort of Wyckoff range. It's like an accumulation range. You just get like, a little parallel channel here, and you just plot it across. You can see there is a certain rectangle occurring here, right? Clearly rectangle range. And you're making a higher low now than your previous low. If this holds, you run back up. You now have what is considered a partial decline. So we're working on a potential partial decline. Let me get rid of these three bottoms. It triple bottomed. It's bottomed out, and now it's making higher lows. But right here, if the asset goes up to $57 again, there's a 70% chance of a breakout to the upside. Because you're in a rectangle, you've hit the top of the range, and you've sold off, and you're pivoting, and you're failing to test the bottom again. So it's potential until it runs up and tests $57 again. Then it's confirmed, and that's a real big signal. If you can get it on a partial decline beforehand, though, it's really nice too. Divergence can help us with that, and it does look like you have some 4-hour hidden divergence on ICP right now above the 200 moving average. So this thing, the upside, I'm talking like I think $86 in time. I think maybe 124, and maybe if things get crazy, 250 at the end of the cycle. Yeah, ICP, I own this, and no one's taken away from me. Like, the composite operator will not touch my ICP coins. It's just not. It's a technical play too. I don't give a crap what this project does. All I care about is this setup right here. Right here. Okay? Yeah. There's your ICP. I mean, your friends can laugh at you now, but the time goes by, they'll be singing the blues if this plays out. Next request was, and Bitcoin's, it's 66K, dude. Big deal, man. Next request was SOL, which I think we were here like for a second earlier. Yeah, dude. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Such a strong performance. Look here, though. I mean, great context. You have great context of this harmonic, don't you? You're in a long sustained uptrend. You had a nice pullback. You broke a supply line, right? And then the M shape, the textbook bullish Gartley. And the problem is sometimes you don't get confirmation lows, right? You just one reaction, and that was kind of it before it went to new all-time highs. But that's the stuff you're looking for. You're looking for harmonics on pullbacks, and then they present themselves in trends that are bullish, right? You're not looking for harmonics to develop like up here. You're not looking for harmonics to literally develop at tops. You want to see like, the argument's better here than it being like up here or something, So you're asking about Sol. Looks like it could get higher from here. I mean, sure, dude, you're in no man's land. You're in like price discovery. There is nothing here. It's anything above 215, 211 is bullish as F. Like, you can't be bearish on this asset till it falls below that level. And really, they go to 188, holds 188, it's still good. There's not really much of an edge. I think you're breaking a supply line though. Maybe just some sort of local supply line. Yeah, you broke the supply line. You're back testing the supply line. Pretty nice. I mean, I think your target, if you care about Sol, if you want one, it has to be all-time highs again. Like, right? A stop below this wick at 230, and then it runs to 258 and could go much higher than that, So, that's it. I mean, yeah, the momentum is psychotic. It's so freaking good. It's such an outperformer. Number go up non-stop on this asset. Yeah, almost like reaction low on the scam wick, reversal low. 1, 2, confirmation low, and that's it. And it's going to go to 258 and maybe beyond now. Sure. That's what it's always been doing. Better than like everything else. Okay. Let's look at the next one. And I'm watching Bitcoin. Oh my God, it's below 66K. Pathetic, dude. Okay. Hey, look at that. It's Verge. We know there's more data. Okay, we know. But this one's so awesome because it's so well respected. Right, you ever break 3.5 cents? Oh my God, it could be going insane levels, right? But it hit the top, right? The top of the range and has pulled back, but will probably just end up making a higher low than the previous low, and then hidden bullish divergence develops and it runs to go test it again, and that's where it could break out. This is a great example. Harmonic context, right? Beautiful. And then the spring, the back test of the spring, right there, October 27th. And then from the spring back test, the asset appreciated in value at one point, 85% in 2 weeks. The power of the spring, the back test of the spring. Amen. So good. I know there's more data on other charts. This was wonderful though. And I think, yeah, 3.5 cents is the major breakout point. Okay, Verge. Next one was this, whatever it is. Thanks for everyone tuned in. Yeah, it's Mango Protocol, man. Mango. Well, another extremely good example of a spring back test of spring. There were a couple of them, right? I mean, inflection zone, 27.6 cents. Look, you sprung, you back tested the spring, you rallied. And this is what's talking about Bitcoin. Even if it went to 64,899 again to test it, it would still be awesome. But look, I mean, spring back test of spring, that first high from August 13th was back tested November 1st as support. And after it did that, what happened? What ensued after it successfully back tested that level as support? Well, it just happened to appreciate in value 62% in 2 days. Remember, Bitcoin's doing this really high levels though. It's like doing it up here, not down at deep retraces, full resets. So those are always the best, right? But yeah, even if you're doing it at higher levels, it can still play out, and Bitcoin's trying to do that right now. So for now though, I mean, you see the level, it's kind of like there's this little zone here, maybe inflection zone of chop between 35, 36 cents. You're right there. I don't think there's much of an edge. There's kind of hidden divergence on Mango. Maybe listen to the 12 hour, take out some candles and see if there's, yeah, dude, look at the 12 hour. There's definitely an argument for the MACD hidden divergence. Look at the level. It was once a resistance, right? And now it's trying to hold as support. If the asset can hold 36 cents, I think the upside could take it all the way back up to 45 cents again, right? So it wouldn't be a value play. It would be certainly some sort of momentum play. Like where you know there's not value, you are paying somewhat of a premium on this asset, but it's close enough to a level of inflection where you can strategize a stop loss, an entry, and take profits that are equitable. 3-to-1 reward to risk, right? That's one thing that's real. So it's just not as strong of an argument of an asset that's down. It lost 88% of its value. It's confirming a bottom a couple of times, high or low, springing back test of springs down here. Like it's not as strong as that, but it's still an argument where someone could take a position and just have a stop marginally below 35 cents. Because duh, you don't want to mess with the asset below that level because of the historical price action below the level. Straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight up. Right? It could go straight down again. So that's why one has a stop loss below that level. But we know we have an entry there too. And we know the upside straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down. It could do straight up again. You get that? That's why it's a really decent area on Mango Protocol for a potential long. A momentum trade, not a reversal trade, right? At value areas. It's a premium momentum trade, just like Ethereum and Bitcoin are kind of that. Even that inverse head and shoulders on Bitcoin is kind of a swing trading momentum trade, momentum shifting trade versus a deep value perceived trade like 30K or 42K. All right, there's your Mango. That's it, dude. Right? Bitcoin $66,090, still looking really strong right now in the new week. 33 minutes into the new week, where history was just made. Next one was from Manimal. Oh, very nice. Okay. You got, critical areas. You got an asset that is certainly not at a low risk entry area at all.
BTC in 3 rising valley. Measured move maybe.
I mean, whatever, doesn't matter. 69, 420, 75, 80K. I mean, the trade setup in the Patreon suffices because we identified a potential inverse head and shoulders and we had targets for it. And that was before the 3 rising valleys developed. You know, so it's just like it's all the same narrative, just like Binance coin, right? We identified a falling wedge pattern at an inflection point with seller exhaustion, great entry area, but then it manifested eventually into an inverse head and shoulders that new, you know, target. No, but not really. They were all about the same targets anyway. So you can, they're all the same narrative, right? Descending broadening wedge, inverse head and shoulders. I mean, they're both bullish. You know, 3 rising valleys, still bullish. You don't have to get caught up on the name of what the asset is, but understanding the psychology of buyers and sellers and like, you know, just, hey, this pattern has developed and played out 1,000,000 times over 100 years over all markets, you know, like that stuff that is important. So, you know, the psychology of buyers and sellers. So look where you are on CHZ. Though, yes, it is butting up against a major level between 57 and 60 cents. If you break it, 72 cents, probably really easy. And then 77 cents. I was going with candle high closes. But we don't know if it's going to break. So you're just at a resistance. You haven't broken it yet. It looks like there's lots of accumulation. But this is exactly where an asset could reverse too. You understand that, right? But the good news is your trend is super bullish. Super bullish, right? A low in February, extremely higher lows in May. And then another higher low in September that was higher than May, and then a higher low in October, and now higher lows again. Uptrending, right? That is what a trend is when there's consecutive higher highs, higher lows over and over and over again. So you're at this level butting up against it, but you haven't broken it. So harder to strategize an entry and a stop loss. Like, where do you put a stop loss here? It's really tough. It's almost like impossible to set up a stop loss that makes much sense here. Because the downside could be really high. Because look, historically, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up. If it doesn't hold this level, if it can't break it, then it could very well, based on history, go straight down again. So there's a lot of downside potential right here. But we know breakouts eventually occur, especially in uptrends, momentum strong. So whatever, man. That's it. All about breaking 60. If you do it, you could be up 72, 70, 77 cents. Okay. Sorry, my audio, my music stopped, man. Is anyone still here? Is the stream still on? We have internet. We all right? Chat. Thanks for the 1,200 people still here. Oh, 700 likes. We could get 1,000 likes this stream because Bitcoin made all-time highs, made history. Okay, CHZ, break 60, you could be a king. If not, you could go to 36 cents again, and it wouldn't be weird, and the trend really wouldn't be reversing until you fall below that other low for 30 cents. Crazy. Okay, ORN, okay. It's kind of like ORN, like jumped across the creek, is back testing that level. Really need to see this asset get above 844, 860. I think it looks okay. Its momentum has shifted. A low, the lowest low, then a back test of a spring, a higher low, October 30th, 31st. Wow. And it's rallied, and if it makes another higher low, clearly you're in an uptrend, long-term uptrend, low, higher low, huge run, complete reset and a crash, much higher, 88% retrace than the previous low. Then all of a sudden you're up here, higher lows again. As long as it stays above 733, I think you're in really good shape. But I love it locally. I love how it's holding this. Hidden divergence on a 12-hour time scale is real. It's like in development. This could be implying a continuation to the upside, and I wouldn't even be weird at all. Wouldn't be weird. Impending price action, continuation apply. You got to break 844, 860. You go to $9.95, $10. My God, you break that 1030 area. Holy crap. You look out, it could go insane. I mean, you could be going to like $17 eventually. So yeah, this thing looks like it's maybe trying to reaccumulate down here and stuck in a range, but things are happening. You're jumping across a creek and you're back testing that level. and there's hidden divergence now on a somewhat significant time scale, pretty significant time scale. So I like ORN, and there could be a lot of upside if this all holds. Okay, there you go. Next request was Atom, which I think was one of the good ones. I mean, I know it was, but then it dumped, man. Look at this demand line. A demand line broke, and then what did it do? It went back to the old all-time highs. Look, what was once a resistance April 16th has been tested as support. Again, I don't even think it was really truly tested on September 21st, and now it is. So again, maybe context is okay here for the Harmonic because it had a drawdown, then the M shape, but this is still not the best, like value perceived areas. Look, the M shape, a little Harmonic here maybe, and then look, a type 2 return right here, reaction low, reversal low, perfect. So yeah, I mean, anything above 2650 is really bullish. I mean, below that, I don't think you want anything to do with Atom, but above it, man, anything $44 is extremely possible again above this zone, this level here. Okay, so that's your cutoff. Your cutoff on Atom, 2654 or below it. Above it, upside $44 eventually. Okay, that's it. And maybe type 1 return, maybe type 2. It could be weird. First low, reaction low, reversal low going on Atom. Quite interesting. There you go, dude. Next one. I don't know, dude. Have I been here before? I've never been here before. I don't know, man. There's no data on this crap. You requested this, and it's pretty clear that you're more interested in just looking at your Beanie Baby than you care about applying traditional technical analysis, and that's okay. I appreciate the contribution just as much as any other, even if the request is awesome. But if we're trying to help everyone, right? I mean, you're in a range, but there's no data. Is it even really a discernible low point? Because it got listed September 28th. There's no edge on the 12-hour, on the 4-hour. More candles. No edge. No edge on the 4-hour either. I don't know. I don't think there's enough data to actually chart this. So I'm sorry, man. That's all I can do is draw lines like this. There's nothing I can do here. Maybe 60 cents could be the low point, but I don't know. You just don't know. Okay, got to move on. If it's an asset request like this, is just not good, okay. Again, I'm very grateful for the contribution. Okay, where's my data on this one? It's right here. Yes, DGB, exceptionally good. I know you don't even have to do anything, but look at the frickin' weekly. The weekly is all you need to know, okay? What has just occurred on DGB? Oh, chat, you have to understand this. On the weekly on DGB, I liked it before. I'm literally in love. I'm head over heels in love with DGB technically. The asset's done everything you could ever dream of before major upside. You even have a spring the week of October 25th, and now you have a back test of a spring November 1st, and now you have a bullish engulfing candle. You have a break, hook, and go on the weekly on DGB. Old inflection points. Look, from May of 2017, April 2018, July of 2018, it is now a support with confirmation with an engulfing candle. Positive momentum is beginning to build. The upside is 12.9 cents. Undeniably, it's really on the weekly 13 cents. Your zone up here, 13 to 14 cents is where this asset will be going in time, and this is it. It really kind of actionable area still after the pumps and stuff recently. Anything above 4.9 cents, hyper bullish on DGB, extremely bullish. This is what long-term uptrends look like before they go berserk, and then they probably could go to 17 cents again. You want life-changing? I mean, this is a life-changing opportunity on DGB. Right here, what was once a resistance is support, spring back test of spring, engulfing candle, literally everything you could dream of. There's nothing else that could be better than this on DGB. Nothing. When we're talking about traditional technical analysis and technical indicators, nothing could exist that would make this better probably, okay? That's DGB. Nothing's changed though. It's all the same, but now we have a cemented engulfing candle on the weekly. That's it, dude. That's literally DGB, okay? That was the last request anyway. So get wrecked. Here's Bitcoin, man. It's gonna go up, it's gonna go down. It's already gone down some. Wow. If it goes to 64,899, I don't even think it's a big deal. It would probably be normal. Dead chat. Awesome. I'm gonna do Discord, whatever. Join the Discord, man. Okay, well, you get it. I think everyone gets what's going on. I've been live, hour 41 minutes. What more do you want? And I only did the requests. There's really not much hype, and I get it, you know. No one's even gonna hype until we hit 69K again. Now, DGB looks like a specimen. It'll be in effing textbooks when it plays out, Matthew D. You'll see. That's how good DGB is. Like, I don't even know what to say anymore. Like that. Hey, one wants to place a bet in crypto right now, and one just owns DGB. I'm not telling you to do it. I'm just saying one could do that, and they could be up substantially if they just hold for the next month or two. Wow, I'm rich, or I've made a lot of money on my position, DGB. Wow. Hold up, man. MTL. Okay. Okay. Metal. Oh boy. It did the same thing, you know, like it had the M shape, it reversed that it lost 88% of its value from its previous low to high. It's reversed and now it's just going sideways. Going super sideways. God, man. Let's go to the daily, I guess, on MTL. Metal. Do you taste metal? Okay, candle low close right there from April 24th. Clearly a level of inflection, a resistance, 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 support, support, resistance, support, spring, back test of spring going on maybe, but still really neutral. You're not making higher highs. I'm gonna go with that wick right there. It's clearly been regarded as a resistance as well. So you just got this zone here. You got this zone here. If it holds above 306, you're in really good shape for more upside. You break 368. Oh man, I mean, you could see a lot of upside. It just looks like a bunch of other ones. That M-shaped is in a trend has begun to reverse. It's not making higher highs though. It is making higher lows, about the same lows since freaking August. And maybe a lot of divergence, like 1, 2, 3. It's like bullish divergence, convergence here. And if it's not that, then it's hidden bullish divergence. All I can tell you is above 306, really good shape for more upside. But if it falls below that, I would start losing confidence in it pretty fast. You know, you even got this level right here. This sounds like a freaking hold, like August 16th, August 25th, September 27th, October 29th, 28th. Dang, man, that's also another level, like 264. So that's maybe your cutoff. And upside, like 492 eventually, maybe even after that would be 686. If the trend, if the uptrend that is real continues, 492, 686 in time. Metal. Okay. Okay. It's okay. It's like I think they're better assets than this, but it still looks like there could be a way more upside. All right. Bitcoin's back above 66K, chat. The technical indicator that is magical has happened. Catches a fall through. Let's see how strong the spring back test is. TGBTA needs to be clipped. Go ahead. What's stopping you? Anyone in here can clip. There's a YouTube like amenity they offer now where you can clip my analysis of assets, and you can post it in the Discord or Twitter or wherever, man. Cyberspace. Here's Matthew D, man. Well, Matthew D's the DGB composite operator, so he was the one painting all this stuff, so don't thank me, thank him.
Matthew tipped $100.06 because you said DGB 0.021371117 ETH.
Thanks, brother, man. Friggin' hundo. Jeez. Crazy. In a good way. DGB times 1,000,000. That would be, I mean, that's like that's like an asset one could just, hey, that's the horse I'm gonna bet on because of all the technicals that are insane. They're stupid insane. Like, it's not even fair how good DGB looks right now. I hate it, but I love it so much because it will put on a sermon and people will be like, I can't believe that DGB did that. And it's like, you can't believe? Well, maybe now you'll believe in technical analysis that is traditional, that's been researched and studied for 100+ years. Go ahead and do that. Yeah, Cardano, 0.98%, looking okay. It's starting to look good again. Short term, you got a low, a high, and that back tested a major level that had to hold, and you've been unable. There's just been not enough supply for the asset to test that again. This is starting to look better and better. Hidden bullish divergence is very real on the 4 hour, and now you're starting to show positive momentum. Cue up the Michael Scott gif. Oh my God, it's happening. Sorry. I've been talking for like 2 hours straight now, so what's up, Ricardo, man? Thanks, dude. Yeah, like nice reset here. Yeah, it looks okay. The trend might be changing, man. Higher lows, and the target would be 230 easy. 230. XMD, let's go. Thanks, man. Uh-oh. XMD is like picking a fight with Matthew D.
Let's go, man. DGB.
Oh, I thought you said let's go, man, in a bad way, or like in a fighting words way. Sorry. But yeah, let's go, Matthew D. Let's go, XMD. Let's go, Ricardo. Edgar. Let's go, Bitcoin, man.
That V-Chain.
Thank you, Edgar, for the $5 super chat. So, Cardano is stuck between a major range between 188 and 230. If this accumulation actually is real and it's playing out and you're pivoting, hidden divergence occurs, the trend's reversing maybe. Short term, it could run to 230 again and test it. It breaks it, that's probably where the resumption or like the big attempted rally would occur, you know, or 292 and beyond. This one's just been struggling. I think there's just been a lot of other assets that have been showing way better technical indication of upsides. This one's like you had to wait and see, and now we're finally starting to show a little bit of a reason why things could be recovering on Cardano. No more distribution so much, and now some accumulation locally that had not been happening since the buying climax in early September. Yeah. Dang, man. Bonix, rumors confirmed he's out. Broke his ankle. Dang, man. Mississippi State took out Tua Tagovailoa and Bonix. Wow. Well, different years, but well, that's crazy. Anyway. Oh, 2.855 trillion on total keeps climbing. Bitcoin is getting closer and closer, inching on up to its highs of the week, day, 4 hour, 60 minute, you name it. Let me try to oh yeah, dude, SRM's unreal. Oh my God. Have I done a trade setup on SRM yet? If not, I'm doing it live right effing now for everyone. Wow, man. No, it's time. This is actionable for an effing long right now. It's holding. It's doing it. It's all these little confirmation levels. These spring back tests are happening right now. This is it, chat. This is literally it, I think. Okay? Like maybe first target is the Garley top, but it's really probably 929. Jeez. This is unreal. Holy crap, man. What's happening? Oops, double. Okay, there we go. So that next target would be like freaking up here, man. It breaks that. At 11. Oh my God. Hold on. I'm having a TA-gasm over here. There's nothing. You can see why. It's so good. Like we'd been here and it was like we didn't know because it wasn't really giving any indication at the ice line yet. It's now doing that. A few days of data on the 4 hours, all you need. And all of a sudden these things have trend analysis, harmonic pattern, and technical indicators all occurring right now on SRM. This is it. This is where dreams are made. Forget the beep. This is it, chat. All right. This is where people, traders, this is where they take a shot on something. This is it. Okay. So thanks for the reiteration. Yeah, Ricardo, man, we were here. We knew this was here, but it just wasn't really, it was like reaction low. Okay, cool. But now it's starting to show minor accumulation locally, and it's getting right back above the top of that inflection zone. It's jumping back across the creek. This is it, dudes. This is it. This is like Bitcoin around $30,000 type stuff. Unreal. Nice, man. Nice request. Thanks for the, again, reminder on this one. This is it, dude. This is how dreams are made. This is like the lowest risk areas you could ever dream of are right here. Type 2 return, and then the higher low after the type 2 return. I freaking love it, man. Wow. Obviously divergence on the MACD. Yeah, this is it. There's nothing else I can do. Okay. You've been warned like stupidly on DGB and SRM now. SRM's like, it's time, literally now. Wow. But that's the stuff you can get in the Patreon, right? If you join. Like, that was just one I did live on stream, but there are many I do not live on stream. Most are not done live like that. So that was just like, hey. And you saw the thought process behind why it was actionable for a long right there. Okay, so how's that poll going? 1,065 votes, still 84% saying the spring will usher in a huge markup. It's already begun. Like God, dude, just okay. Voting on it now is like stupid and not fair because it's pretty much, I think, beginning to play out for yes. Well, I think like the poll might be for everyone. I don't even know, but I should have figured we couldn't get 1,000 likes. Like we'll never get 1,000 likes again, chat. I guess. Like what needs to be done, man, to get that? I don't even know anymore. How much educating or how much stuff needs to happen for someone to be like, I will like this stream. Clearly nothing. All right, y'all got this. Y'all got this. So we'll see what happens. I've said all I can say. So thanks for the likes, love, support, contributions, everything in between. I'll just be back sometime later. Join the Discord, join the Patreon. Until next time, respect the TA. Thanks, Dana.
Oh, honey. robot. I like robots. I have a robot vagina.
Bow to your sensei. Bow to your sensei!
And then, just like that,
Adios, turd nuggets.